Sir, do you have any idea what your wife has to do to run your house?
Hey there, welcome back. Some of the stuff we ate in the 70s would raise eyebrows and maybe a few legal flags today. But back then, totally normal and honestly, kind of delicious. Number 1, red dye number 2 in everything.
Hey, what's happening?
The crackling's what's happening!
Pop rocks says bang to the bite! Pop rocks!
You didn't just eat candy in the 70s, you wore it. Red dye number 2 turned your tongue a radioactive cherry color after a single lollipop. Popsicles, cake mix, Kool-Aid, you name it, it was glowing. It was the same stuff used to color fire truck paint, and we were slurping it like it was a vitamin. The dye got banned in 1976, but not before it made us all look like we'd made out with a crayon. And honestly, we kind of loved it. That stain on your tongue? That was proof you'd had a good day. Number 2, raw cookie dough by the spoonful.
Everyone likes homemade chocolate chip cookies, but in National Taste Test, people like Toll House cookies best.
Well, that's your winner. That's your winner right there.
No one ever stopped to ask, is this safe? You licked the beaters, you scraped the bowl. You might have even gone rogue and eaten half the dough before it hit the oven. Raw eggs? Please. That was just part of the experience. Your mom wasn't worried about salmonella. She was worried you'd spoil your dinner. If you got a bellyache, you blamed the meatloaf, not the cookie dough. Today they'd serve you an FDA warning and a lawsuit. But back then, it was the best part of baking. And you always called dibs on the spoon. Heaven help the poor soul who tried to beat you to it. Number 3, candy cigarettes. Oh, the gateway snack. These little chalky sticks came in flip-top boxes that made you feel like a movie star or a delinquent. You'd strut around the playground, blowing powdered sugar like a rebel on recess. Never mind your toughest offense was forgetting your math homework. They were brittle, they crumbled, and they never tasted good. But they made you feel cool. No one batted an eye. In fact, half the adults thought it was cute. Teachers might have rolled their eyes, but even they knew it was all pretend. These days, you'd get a lecture on influence and marketing ethics. But for us, it was harmless fun. And they tasted like sweet drywall, which we pretended was delicious. And if you were really daring, you broke it in half to quit. Number 4, Bologna left out. All day. Nothing said lunchtime like a warm Bologna sandwich that had been sitting out since 7 a.m. It wasn't refrigerated, it wasn't insulated, it just was. Tucked next to a lukewarm thermos of milk and maybe a wax paper wrapped ding-dong. And somehow, we lived. No coolers, no ice packs, just room temperature meat sweating through Wonder Bread. It smelled a little funky by noon, but you ate it anyway, because what else were you going to do? Now, a lunch like that would be confiscated by the CDC. You'd get a note home and a meeting with the school nurse. But we built immunity and character, probably, and a tolerance for questionable mayonnaise that still lives deep within us. Number 5, unpasteurized everything at Grandma's. Ah, the good old days when milk came in glass bottles and might still have a little straw in it. If it mooed that morning, it was probably on your cereal by afternoon. Cheese was homemade, butter was churned. Even the smell in her fridge was unpasteurized. Pasteurization? That was for city folk. You didn't ask if it was raw, you just hoped it wasn't still warm. And if there was cream floating on top, that meant it was extra good. Now it's a whole underground black market situation to get your hands on unpasteurized dairy. There are forms, waivers, and probably a secret handshake involved. Back then, Grandma just poured you a glass and said, "Drink up." And you did, without question, because Grandma didn't play around. You know the drill. If this video popped up because you've watched a few of mine already, that subscribe button's probably feeling a little ignored. Give it a tap so we can keep reliving the good stuff together. No spam, no guilt, just memories worth rewinding. And hey, I'm over on Facebook too. Come say hi, swap stories, and tell me what your school lunch really looked like. Number 6, foil-wrapped TV dinners in the oven.
Okay, Garvey, let's move it.
But Tom, I'm hungry, and my Swanson Hungry Man entree tastes so good. It's meat and potatoes and plenty of meat.
How about dessert?
Long before microwaves were king, dinner came wrapped in foil and served in a compartmentalized tray that looked suspiciously like it was built by NASA. You popped it in the oven at 400 degrees, walked away for 45 minutes, and came back to magic. Turkey, peas, stuffing, and that lava-hot mystery brownie fused to the tray. Aluminum? Totally fine. BPA? Never heard of it. Today they'd make you sign a waiver to heat that thing up. But in the 70s, it was just Tuesday. Number 7. Lunchbox thermoses. Full of hot Kool-Aid.
This is a job for Kool-Aid. Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh, yeah. Kool-Aid here, bringing you fun.
Somehow, it was always warm. Your mom packed grape Kool-Aid in that little thermos with the matching cartoon character lid, and by noon, it tasted like melted plastic and dreams. But you drank it. Because hydration was hydration. And your only other option was the metal drinking fountain with water that tasted like copper pennies. These days, kids have filtered water bottles that tell time. Back then, you had grape Kool-Aid soup and liked it. Number 8. Mercury-laced fish sticks, and we loved them.
How about Mrs. Paul's fish sticks? Hey, they aren't fish sticks. They certainly are. They're new, light batter fish sticks.
No one meant to feed us mercury. It was more of a happy little accident. But those fish sticks? Weekly staple. Golden brown, crispy, and just mysterious enough to keep things interesting. Sure, the gray bits looked like they might glow in the dark, but that's what ketchup was for. Now the mercury warnings come with a PDF and a panic attack. But we just kept dipping. Number 9. Real Crisco-fried everything.
Peg, help. Remember that permanent I wanted for tonight?
I don't anymore.
Oh, let me turn my chicken off.
Thanks for dropping everything.
Peg.
My chicken.
There was a tub of Crisco on the counter, and it was proud of its place. You could fry chicken, donuts, potatoes, and probably a hubcap in that stuff. You'd scoop it out with a spoon, plop it in a skillet, and watch dinner happen. Trans fats, heart disease, that wasn't even on the radar. All we knew was that Crisco made things golden, crispy, and worth every bite. They had to change the recipe thanks to all the trans fat drama. But let's be honest, nothing's ever matched that original crunch. Number 10. Jell-O with suspicious add-ins.
To make a light snack for after school, start with Jell-O gelatin, like Mrs. Jenny Schrang of Miami.
After the kids are off to school, I often take a couple of minutes to make them light Jell-O gelatin snacks for when they get home.
You haven't truly lived until you've eaten a wobbly cube of lime Jell-O with shredded carrots suspended in it, or cottage cheese, or pineapple, or, God help us, mini marshmallows and chopped celery. It wasn't dessert, it wasn't salad, it was something else entirely. But every potluck had one. Some of them moved, and we all took a slice because we were polite. Now, you'd be cited for a gelatin crime. But back then, we called it creativity. The 70s were a different time. We didn't worry about preservatives or pasteurization. We worried about whether we got the corner slice of cake. Sure, some of the stuff we ate back then wouldn't pass today's safety tests. But we had fun, didn't we? We licked the spoon, slurped the Kool-Aid, puffed on candy cigarettes, and somehow lived to tell the tale. And if nothing else, we've got the memories, and maybe a few leftover TV dinner trays somewhere in the basement. So thanks for watching, and until next time, stay nostalgic, stay hungry, and stay just a little bit rebellious.